All people, fame, entertainment here from TiCGamesNetwork.com, and congratulations, you have leveled up to 65. This is the Double XP podcast. Thank you guys for rocking with us once again. And yes, just like my man Drake, we went back to back, or we will be back on our regular bi-weekly schedule starting soon. We're gonna get the introductions going. We're gonna start with my man, half god, Demigod. What's going on, bro?
Howdy, folks. Demigod Reviews here. Glad to be part of the podcast as usual. Here to talk some games and here to tell you about everything that I have currently going on at the moment. So let's do it.
Floor Hugger, what's happening?
Not much. How is everybody doing? I'm excited to be back. We got some topics to talk about, and I'm excited to interact with y'all. Last week was a really good show.
And we got my man Halo to the King. What's going on, my guy?
Hey, what's up, everybody? Glad to have y'all. Let's dive into these topics.
Last but not least, wait a minute. Who am I missing? I ain't missing nobody. That's everybody. Dallas, I get you, bro.
Nah, you didn't.
Dallas,
Straight
what's going on, Dallas? My bad. I'm trying to watch this at the same time, bro. I'm trying
Wow.
That's cold.
My bad.
Damn,
Dallas, what's happening, bro?
Man, what's up? It's good to be bike with you. And then, well, not with you because you suck, but with the champ,
Hey.
y'all cool. Yeah, man, I'm ready.
Dope. Now, once again, we are trying to work on going live at multiple places, and I think we're having issues again. My team will let me know. But we're gonna start get the somber news out of the way. We did lose one of the GOATs, if not the GOAT. Most people who play video games also love comic books, love superheroes. And we lost the greatness that was Stan Lee. So one thing I want to do, I want to go around a panel, and I want you guys to give me your favorite Marvel character. You know, your favorite character Stan Lee created or co-created. And I'm gonna go ahead and get it started. For me, it was pretty easy because it connects to some stuff personally, and that's Professor X and mine's duo, Professor X and Magneto. Because as a lot of you know or may not know, Professor X was inspired by Martin Luther King, and Magneto was inspired by Malcolm X. A lot of things that happened with the X-Men is sort of based on what's happening in real life. You know, segregation and one subsection people treat another subsection people, you know, less than human. So that really connected in a lot of stuff that's going on in the world, and it connected personally. So for me, it was really Professor X and Magneto. But let's go around the ring, man. Dallas, what you got, bro?
Yeah, man, you actually went a lot deeper than I did on this one. Even though I'm a big X-Men fan, I dig them heavy, but hands down, my favorite Stan Lee co-created character is a lot of people's favorite. It's Spider-Man. Like, I just feel I dig Peter Parker just as a character in most of his incarnations anyway. And it's just one of the dope things, that one of the appeals of Peter Parker is if just a regular dude had powers. Hey, you walking down the street, here goes some powers. What do you do with them next? And I just think that just the style of Peter Parker and just his upbringing and always needing to do the right thing and sometimes even messing that up, I like that a lot about the character.
Okay. Demi, what you got, bro?
While I'm going to skip saying the full-on X-Men, I will say Wolverine is definitely one of my favorite characters.
He didn't create Wolverine, though.
Wolverine it's just something about him, man, I could really relate to. Just, you know, the sheer power, the strength about him, how he has his conflictions and his demons, and how sometimes when it's in that moment where he gets extremely moody and like he wants to like sometimes die, he still finds a way and will to live. While I do like the X-Men in general, I just always more so felt Wolverine. And that's just always going to be one of my favorite characters.
Okay. What about you, Hugger?
Well, I like this is gonna be a weird one, but one of my favorites is Wolverine, but my favorite recently has become Hela.
Okay.
I don't know why.
That's different.
Feel like she's got a lot of lore, and most people don't know about her until, you know, Thor Ragnarok came out. And then my second favorite character has to be the Punisher. I'm all for the little known characters. Punisher was a great character, great motivations. The movie wasn't half bad. The show isn't half bad either. The video game wasn't half bad, but there's just so much more to these characters that now we might not ever get to see, unfortunately. But it was awesome. Punisher was awesome. Stan Lee himself is just such a creative mind that it is so hard to narrow down so many characters. Like, so incredibly hard. It feels like when Leonard Nimoy passed away, it's just so hard to narrow down something that's so prolific throughout our entire culture and generational divides.
Okay. I might do this again. I apologize because I'm done working on trying to fix what was wrong with the podcast, right? So, Meekins, did I get you, bro?
Nope. Nah.
What about you, my guy?
As far as Stan Lee created characters, definitely Punisher. Punisher is probably actually one of my all-time favorites because it's not like he's got superpowers or anything. He just has that like vengeance-driven thing, and plus he's military trained and all that other stuff. But yeah, him and Spider-Man definitely, as far as that Stan Lee actually had his hands in.
That's what's up. And like I say, it's bittersweet. People getting 95 years old, but it's bittersweet. But I'm, it's super dope that all the cameo. Let me ask y'all this, boy. Y'all have a favorite cameo? Because for me, it was his last cameo. I don't know if y'all seen his last cameo.
Yeah,
I don't think you can narrow it down. Every time you saw Stan Lee in a movie, you're like, "Hey, it's Stan!"
Like everyone to get up and cheer, like it was hella dope.
Yeah, I don't know. That's kind of really hard.
You're talking about the Teen Titans one, right?
Teen Titans was my part of my favorite cameo because it was a DC movie. It was animated, and for him to pop in like the Stan Lee cameo and then come back, like I don't care if this is a DC movie. I'm here for it. Like I thought that was super dope for him to sign off on that.
I got to say, my favorite cameo of him is actually either Marvel Spider-Man for PlayStation or the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies. That has to be like one of my favorites.
Yeah. I can dig it. I can definitely dig it. But we're gonna stick to the movie front before we get to the game topic since we're already on movies. Did everybody get to catch that Detective Pikachu trailer?
It's so cute,
man.
Like Ryan Reynolds is perfect for the role. Like from the moment you hear Ryan Reynolds' voice, like, okay, this is finna be dope. And I can kind of smell Halo to the King about to hate on this movie, bro. I can smell it.
I'm honestly bittersweet about this movie.
Why?
Because for years I've been wanting a live action Pokemon movie, but the first live action movie we get is a Detective Pikachu movie with Ryan Reynolds.
What's wrong with that?
I don't think it's Canadian talent.
The one thing I don't think Ryan Reynolds really fits a Pikachu role. I feel like when I heard his voice, I'm literally waiting him to say something for Deadpool, like something really fucked up and like vulgar. But I see Pikachu, so it makes me kind of like conflicted.
I think it made sense for them for wanting to use Detective Pikachu because of them trying to make it a little popular with the games happening within a movie. It kind of serves as the perfect conduit for life from the perspective of a Pokemon. But I'm sure you'll still see battles and all of that good stuff. With Ryan Reynolds, they definitely going for the comedic angle, and it sounds weird on paper, but hearing his voice come out of Pikachu's mouth actually kind of work.
Somebody got like a background echo.
That's probably me again.
I think about how many more people are going to tune into it just because Ryan Reynolds is in it.
Oh snap, Jay, what's up, bro? Jay say he in D-Town. I'ma need to get at you, bro. I'm about to get at you, bro, while you in town. We're supposed to meet up again in January. I need to get at you while you in town, bro, for sure.
There you go. Is it fixed?
Yeah, we good now. But say, one thing you gotta admit is the models look dope.
Yeah, the models look fantastic.
They pulled the models off. Like that Jigglypuff, that Mr. Mime, like they pulled it off.
I thought Mr. Mime was weird. Like, how? I mean, like, no, I'm not saying like weird as in like inaccurate. It's just seeing like Mr. Mime in person, like those like giant dodge balls on his shoulders.
Yeah, that one felt awkward.
That was like that's something like you see in like like a toys coming alive thing. It looks really creepy.
I can
will
guarantee
say
you'll get that with a lot of different Pokemon because there's a lot I think that'll be kind of in the uncanny valley trying to translate into live action.
If this goes off like it should, like the actual mainline live action movie is coming. I guarantee you because the models look dope as hell.
As it should. And I hope you guys notice that it isn't just Gen 1 in the movie.
That's really?
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
I'm about to look at it again.
Yeah, because they showed Greninja in action.
Sure did. I was so dope, on Jigglypuff and Charizard. Charizard looked dope as hell.
Mm-hmm.
Charizard
but when I
dope.
seen Greninja, I was like, okay. And Greninja looks fire, bro. I was like, all right, you got me. I'm sold.
This is looking to be probably the few, if any, good video game. I mean, it's technically a video game movie, right?
Yeah, because Pokemon first started off as a video game, then anime, then moving forward.
This gonna have to be. This probably gonna be the best one like that we've ever seen, hands down. Has to be.
So if we're
the trailer is already better than most video game movies.
Yeah. If we're in the topic of video game movies.
Sorry, just had to throw that in there.
What you said?
If we're in the topic of video game movies, what is the best video game movie out? Seriously.
That's okay. Here, what's the objectively best video game movie? But what's your favorite video game movie? Because there's two different questions.
That's hard, bro. Cause most of them suck. I would have to say, probably Mortal Kombat. I was digging Mortal Kombat.
The first one? Are we talking the first one? Because
I was attached to the the first Mortal Kombat movie as a kid.
The first one was immaculate. Bad as it was, it actually stayed true.
Doom wasn't that bad. Kinda. Doom
Mario
was all right.
Wasn't that bad.
I used to love Mario, bro. I don't know if you hate on that Mario movie, but I love that Mario movie, bro.
Fun fact about.
And Thanos just came to work
with the snap. Fun fact about. Damn, at least we know we was the chosen ones. Well, while we here, I do want to say I apologize once again. We're not streaming on multiple platforms for whatever reason. When it shows over,
bad, y'all. I got sent to the shadow.
When it shows up, I'm gonna go into the restream and I will fix this issue. I promise. Kyle, my apologies. Kyle, no, this only showing on my channel again. I don't know what's going on. I sent you a text. I gotta figure out why it's not showing on multiple channels. I gotta figure it out. But I will be uploading this to the new TiC channel. By the way, my bad, Cal. And this is why I wanted to test it before the show. But welcome back, Dallas and Meat.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
I don't feel so good.
Yeah,
y'all got Thanos.
Man.
But yeah, video game movies, your favorite, and then the objectively best video game movie out there.
Like I said, for me, it was Mortal Kombat and Doom.
Doom was pretty good.
Doom, really?
I like Doom, bro.
Really though, Doom?
Y'all ain't like Doom?
Hell
it wasn't
no.
Terrible.
Terrible.
It wasn't that bad. Quit showing out.
No, you're right. It was real bad.
Yeah, Doom was bad.
Doom was buns. Oh my god,
right, that was straight up.
That shit was terrible.
If I gotta say objectively, well, okay, I'm gonna get my favorite. I like Prince of Persia. Believe it or not.
Okay, now talk about buns.
Yeah,
we talking buns.
Hey! I didn't say it wasn't bad. I said I liked it.
It's his favorite.
That movie was flat cheeks, bro. Like real spirit was flat cheeks.
If we're talking objectively, the best, it has to be Assassin's Creed.
No,
I didn't see that. Joke.
What?
I did not like that movie.
It wasn't bad.
It took itself way too seriously to be Assassin's Creed.
That's the first one. It was just like the first one, the first game that took itself way too seriously.
But even Michael Fassbender said, maybe we did it a little too serious.
I mean, the Creed is very serious. I mean, really, the serious business.
I don't know.
Man, y'all tripping. Y'all
And
tripping.
who
But
said Street Fighter, by the way? Because
that was me. No, he lying.
Yeah, come on. Hey, come on, man. Look, that's just severely underrated. That's all I'm gonna
That's
say.
another one that I kind of got attached to when I was younger. Street Fighter with
Right,
Van
see?
Damme.
Facts.
I knew. I mean, we all know it's bad. They all
Okay,
bad. But
okay. This ain't really a video game movie. It was an anime turned into a movie. But every time I think about video game movies, I was thinking about the most buns movie ever, and that was Dragon Ball, bro.
oh,
oh no,
Bro,
Oh,
that
no,
makes
man.
me sick to this day. Like, you would never see another live action Dragon Ball movie because of that. Never.
Oh, I feel nauseous.
That
just thinking
ruined
about
it
that.
going forward.
if you really think about it, the first Resident Evil movie was actually pretty good.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, I forgot about Resident Evil. Like, it got stupid
Yeah,
after a
yeah.
while.
Yeah,
Oh.
it really did.
But the first one was pretty dang.
I think the first three were pretty. The second one was really good too.
Yeah, 3 is where it was like, all right, we're going off the deep
They
end here.
needed to
I think
stop.
one and 2 were really good, and then it's like, all right, Chief, this ain't it. All right,
I think they
Uh-huh.
are cheesy action movies, but
Oh yeah.
as is the nature of those things, with the more sequels come, the wacker they get in a lot of ways.
yeah, like Saw. Man, they
I was saying
carried that
earlier,
shit
one of
on.
the reasons
hold
that
on, hold on, because Wesker died to a door in the last movie.
Well, it was a strong door. Duh.
man,
I gotta say, my favorite video game movie, and y'all have ragged on me about this before, is the original Tomb Raider movies with Angelina Jolie.
Oh,
My man
no.
Cal said his was Hitman Agent 47. I didn't see that, but I heard it was extra
you know
doo-doo.
That was actually pretty
No,
good.
you know what? I can give you that.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Yeah.
I say it was not bad.
Yeah, that was actually one of the best.
Playing him, I can't remember his name, but he's actually not a bad.
That was
Yeah.
that was good.
Yeah, it actually translated from video game to movie pretty well.
Damn, I didn't even think of that. That's like
Cal
It
said
was-
the best is Angry Birds.
all right,
Okay.
well,
That's
Okay.
a phone game, G.
We all
We
have
counting
subjective tastes.
Cal, I respect you, bro. I really do. But Angry Birds.
there's
You know?
opinions, and then there's just wrong opinions.
Bro, you gonna get us all fired. Chill.
Actually really good right now that I've been watching that I was kind of surprised is the Castlevania series on Netflix. Like, it's real good.
But yeah, that's because it's anime. Try to translate Castlevania into a live action thing. Would it really still translate that well?
Yeah. No, actually no.
yeah, no.
Well, it's
But-
like,
Let me ask
It
y'all
depends-
this.
Because once Alucard gets into play, I feel like that would just go completely out the window.
exactly.
Let me ask y'all this.
You know what though? You know what would have been awesome is just in the '90s we had got a Tim Burton Castlevania movie.
Oh, that's so cool.
At the time, it would have been cool as hell.
Let me ask y'all this. What game out now would you want to see adapted to a movie?
The Witcher without
Witcher.
without
Oh.
his name.
Oh God, Henry Cavill. God, that was so bad.
That was the ugly costume test.
Because I should say God of War would be
That's exactly what it looks like to me. Like,
God of War would be dope as hell as a movie.
No,
That years, that man Dave Bautista say he been pitching to be Marcus Phoenix forever.
yes, yeah.
He should. That's like the
He could
perfect
do it,
casting,
yeah.
bro.
He is Marcus Phoenix. What are you saying?
He said he been screaming to be Marcus Phoenix, like, because we know the movie's coming, right? Gears is coming, but
That's yeah.
they need
I
to let
s-
Dave Bautista do it.
I
You know
say
what the problem A lot of
I
We
like-
need a good. We need a.
No,
good,
what they need to do is do a Nino Cooney movie, a fully
Ooh.
animated Nino Cooney movie.
oh, it's Studio
You know, we
Ghibli?
talking live action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta take the vest off, bro. That was
Fully animated. Yes.
We need a good Halo movie, man.
Studio
These-
Ghibli.
Facts.
In all honesty,
I will say that Forward Unto Dawn actually wasn't that bad. It wasn't bad at all, actually.
Mass Effect needs to be a movie.
Oh,
Like start to
problem-
finish.
All these video game movies is we have the 3D technology to do it, but it's still the costumes are so bad that it kills it immediately. Look at
or the act, like the who they choose to act to do it. Like it's so bad. Like
You know what?
Henry Cavill,
The fact
or Cavill, or whoever that name is, of all people.
yeah.
Cavill, bro. It's Cavill. It's Cavill.
Cavill, I don't care. It's
if
trash.
this Pokemon movie, if this Detective Pikachu movie happens to be good, I'm taking no excuses. I don't care. It can be made and it can be made well. If this movie happens to be good, I don't want to hear nothing. I want every last. Matter of fact, I want the dopest fight scenes I've seen in my life in an Absolver movie. I don't care. Make a movie out of everything.
No, you know what also could be a movie? Yakuza or Sleeping Dogs. Those two games could have been movies also.
Oh yeah.
Sleeping Dogs was such an underrated.
Sleeping Dogs
hit.
already exists. It's called Rush Hour.
Wow.
Oh my god.
But like I said, I would love to see Kratos on the big screen, bro. I think that'd be so fire.
Are we
bro.
talking angry Kratos or newly found father Kratos?
Yeah.
You know
All of the
what?
above.
You know what?
Shit, either one.
I'm thinking either one will work, but give me the one now. Give me Father Kratos, bro, because he can still be a beast.
And then you could do it to flashback.
The problem is the person who will play him, like that'd be like I think whoever they choose, we'd be like, nah. Like the person gotta be perfect, bro. Hell no.
Yo, you know who would
said
be
The
good
Rock?
for it? That we, I don't know if you guys have seen like the way like Triple H looks lately, but he's looking awfully
yeah.
Kratos.
He looking like Kratos, bro. For
He
real,
literally
he
looks
is.
like Kratos right now. Like
But
But he
bald
can't
headed.
act. Can he act? I know wrestling is fake, and they
I don't know if you
wrestler.
guys seen Blade 2, but it ain't it.
Oh yeah, he was trash in that.
He was super trash in that one.
He do look like Kratos though.
He really does look like Kratos, but let him just stick to managing wrestling, bro.
He needs to start
Isn't that-
wrestling.
All he gotta
period.
do is grunt and say "boy."
Boy.
just tell him what tone to grunt.
And,
Yeah,
and that's the problem too. If that voice ain't right, we're not gonna fuck with it either. The voice gotta be right.
Yeah, and then you're gonna see him spit water into the air and tell you to suck it.
Right. He gonna hit a god with a pentagram and shit.
it would still be in character for Kratos though.
Yeah.
He's gonna be the only dude to fucking tell like Poseidon to suck it or some shit like that. Like, oh no. Are you ready? Oh no.
Dun, 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 dun. That's how the movie gonna start.
Oh my Jesus!
This
That
ain't
is
it.
so
The glory
awful.
days of wrestling, bro. You can't tell me nothing, bro. The Attitude Era, bro, was life,
Yes, the
bro.
Attitude Era was fire, but it's still good wrestling.
He's like,
No,
Zeus.
no, wrestling died when the
got
Attitude
3
Era
arms.
ended, bro.
No, it did not. That's still quality wrestling. You just missed the flamboyant
It's
and
trash
rambunctious.
now, bro. It's
No,
buns.
it's not, bro. No, it's not.
It's
All right,
flat
we're not
cheese.
getting on
Hold
tour
on,
right
wait, hold on. You say wrestling's not trash now?
No,
What?
they're still
See,
quality
we
wrestlers.
kicking Demi off the show,
Oh,
bro.
well, okay. Hold on. No, hold on. Listen to what he said. There is still quality wrestlers, but overall wrestling is trash now.
Thank
Y'all
you.
just missed the out like the out of earth like.
It's because you
rambunctious
wasn't born
personalities.
during the
I've
Attitude
seen-
Era. That's why
I've
you
seen
mad,
all of that,
bro.
bro. I've seen all of that. So
You was like 6. You don't remember the Attitude Era.
I remember all of the Attitude Era.
Don't get him worked up. You're going to have to get his robe and his slippers again and go on a nice.
Bro, I'm about to tell you whippersnappers about the Heartbreak Kid. So we going all off topics. I'm not gonna let this man disrespect the Attitude Era.
Y'all just missed the huge personalities, bro. If wrestling today had the big personalities, it would be fine.
Yeah, but the big personalities, that's what makes wrestling. It's all an act.
Exactly.
That's what wrestling, you know.
And plus, back in the day, you could do stuff like hit a chick over the head with a beer bottle with a beer, and it'd be okay. Now you can't do none of that without somebody, you know, trying to cancel a show.
Yeah.
If that's your main priority, bro, I'm gonna keep
No,
it
I'm
real.
just saying in context, like you can't do and say the stuff that you can before that you could back in the day.
Oh no, you can. I completely agree with you there, but
You know what also sucks, guys? How we're not talking about XO18.
Oh.
No, we're gonna get to that. My bad, y'all. We're going back on topic. Our apologies. So back gonna get to the Game Awards. So the Game Awards is around the corner. We seen the nominees. It was, you guys let me know, help me out here. Red Dead 2, Spider-Man, God of War.
For the year.
Yeah.
Monster Hunter.
Celeste, God of War, Marvel, Spider-Man, Monster World Hunter, and Red Dead 2.
There we go. So I want to go around the panel and ask y'all, number one, who you think's winning game of the year, and number two, what is your game of the year? And for me, and to me, the rule is you have to have played the game. So for me, I think the game of the year is most likely going to be Red Dead because of the hype. But my game of the year is Spider-Man. Spider-Man was just super dope. The story was super dope. It was hella original. It got you in your feelings. Yes, I think God of War was absolutely amazing, but Spider-Man is such an iconic character. They did so much, and they got us leaning towards Spider-Man 2. We get to see Miles Morales. I think the future is bright for the franchise. So I think it's gonna be Red Dead because of all the hype. But for me, it's Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And you don't have to wait for me to go.
But for me, it was when I first played God of War. I was like, all right, ain't nothing topping this. Because I can't consider myself like a big God of War fan. Like I played like some of 3. I beat the first one. I didn't play the second one, but I was still open minded about it. I played through God of War. I absolutely loved it. Then Spider-Man came out. I'm a huge Spider-Man fan, and that was like, all right, ain't nothing gonna top this. Then comes Red Dead. I personally don't think that I truly don't think that there's anything it truly feels like a next gen game for me, like storytelling wise, gameplay wise. I mean, I'm used to. I know the controls are like a huge complaint for everybody, but like for me personally, the controls have felt like that for me since GTA 4, with like the weighty feels and stuff like that. So that really wasn't an issue for me, but. I mean, the way they tell that story and Arthur Morgan as a character, man, I definitely Red Dead all the way.
You know what? I ain't mad at you, come to think of it, because I didn't think much would top God of War either. And I couldn't tell, and I still can't tell at this point, if my own bias is the reason I like Spider-Man so much. I mean... But I've never really been a big fan of Westerns. I like the first Red Dead Redemption because it was fire. But I never also been a fan of the Rockstar control scheme in any of their games. Just some of them happen to be good enough for me to want to beat. But Red Dead kind of drew me in a way that I didn't expect it to, with it being a Western. And I'm not really a big multiplayer person either. I never look forward to anything online except like Warframe, but I'm looking forward to playing Red Dead Online. So it might actually be my game of the year for the simple fact that it's got me feeling a way about it that I didn't think I would for a game like that on paper.
Did you beat it?
Yeah.
Oh
man. Yeah, I'm gonna shut up, but yes.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly what you're thinking. Yes.
Let me just say this to anybody who's listening. If you're playing through the game, and because I will say, like, for me personally, I guess I can kind of understand how some people might say, like, okay, this game's starting out really slow, and you didn't play the first game. It makes I just like, I guess since I played the first game and I'm seeing all these like returning characters, and I know that how their stories are told in the first game, I was so interested literally from the first time I started it up, seeing like, okay, all these characters, I wanted them to see, I wanted them to like see how they were as a gang. So I was interested literally from the very first time all the way into the end of the story. If you're somebody who hasn't played through it and you're not sure, like you're getting bored with it, I promise you, give the game a chance. It does get a lot better, but it's like it's kind of one of those games where you're playing half of the story because there's another story told that really connects you with the characters in the first game. So I noticed a lot of people that say it's boring didn't play the first one.
Mm-hmm.
So just give it a chance.
And another thing I've been telling people about it is you're not playing as Arthur Morgan. You live in his life.
Yeah,
pretty stupid as that sounds, it pays off.
Oh yeah.
No, it completely makes sense. But this is a pretty beefy list, guys. I just want to give a shout out to the one small game that's on there, Celeste.
Yeah, that's great.
That's amazing. Indie game of the year. Seriously. Mm-hmm. But if I had to make a true decision, a true choice, while I love God of War, while I deeply,
Make the right choice, man.
well, I deeply, deeply love Spider-Man.
Yes, my guy.
And you know what? I had to giddy up one time because that story is quality.
Yep.
It's amazing. I never thought I'd say it, but Arthur Morgan is so much a better character than Marston.
Yeah. I mean, I always I'll have a soft spot for Marston though.
I have a soft spot for Marston, but
I
Morgan.
literally thought like when the game started, I was like, okay, they're not gonna outdo Marston. Like I literally Marston was such a good character, but then seeing Arthur Morgan's story, I was like, damn, they really outdid this character.
Seeing how Morgan played against his conflictions and really was trying to be something better, but still was engulfed into that life. Oh my!
Yeah, like it literally lives up to the name, redemption. You know what I'm saying? Like that's it's such a bittersweet story.
I gotta give it to Red Dead. It's such a and a lot of people say like the controls are bad, the camera's this and that. I'll give them the horse controls. Okay, cool. But there's so much weightiness to like the controls, like Meekin said. It's so good, bro. Like
bro, I swear that horse shit, man, like running into things and flip. Oh my god, that I've laughed so hard at that. Those physics are hilarious.
It's hilarious, but once you get the hang of the controls and you just start letting the world engulf you, and you like so into it. 1 minute you could be riding out, just doing everything you need to do. Another minute you could be riding. Next thing you're getting robbed, or somebody stops you and tries to take your horse, or you see people like getting caught up. It's such a beautiful game to where I really had to sit back and I thought about this list. And Monster Hunter almost took it for me because that's a game.
Monster Hunter's a good game.
Yeah, that's a great game.
Like, no, honestly, you can't really go wrong with any. Like, there was a lot of good games that come out this year.
Yeah, even Celeste. That took time. I was like, wow, this is a list. The only game I haven't played on here is Odyssey.
Yeah, I haven't got around to Odyssey. I think I'm kind of burning out on Assassin's Creed.
I'm surprised Far Cry ain't up here though. In all honesty,
I wouldn't. I mean, it was definitely a good game, but I don't think it was Game of the Year.
Well, if Red Dead 2 gets Game of the Year, Fame has to stream the whole game with a. Listen, I ain't trying to fall asleep, bro.
Listen, Fame has to put on a cowboy hat, and he has to wear an ascot. And anytime he gets a follow or a sub, he has to go, howdy, partner. Thank you for the follow.
Oh my god, please.
And you gotta add appreciate it.
Look, I ain't signed up on this, Chief. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I ain't playing that damn game. I ain't saying it's a bad game. I just
we know Fame's Game of the Year pick. Shout out to Tomb Raider.
What? No, Spider-Man, bro.
I like this.
My Game of the Year.
It's a respectable Game of the Year, but I'm not gonna fault you.
Fame said it had to be a game that you played, and I have not
being wrong.
I have not played Red Dead at all because I'm waiting for it on PC because that's just the way I want to play it.
I know your pick.
So, actually, I don't know if you do.
Hold on, Chief. No, Chief, they can't vote because they all against me, B. So no.
So, the game of the year that I would like to win is Monster Hunter. I would like it because I like Monster Hunter, but I would also squeak out Assassin's Creed 2 because that is a great game. Odyssey is amazing, but Monster Hunter World is a game, man.
Yeah, I will say Monster Hunter. I've played quite a few Monster Hunter games. Monster Hunter World. That's and even though they toned it down because I know like console player, a lot of console players aren't really used to the whole Monster Hunter thing. And
so you call it console players dumb? Confirmed.
It was difficult back in the day. They made some of the mechanics in the other games a lot easier in World. But yeah, it was.
So you call console players stupid, right? That's what you said.
But
Red Dead will win.
If Red Dead does not win, I want Spider-Man to win. If Spider-Man does not win, I want Celeste to like creep up and steal it.
Right? I'm kind of rooting for like the small game. I know these big games will win, but like Celeste was really good.
And the fact that it's up here amongst these Titan titles, my god, I want to give Celeste like just a clap. Like you guys have done something here.
Y'all
Totally
seen
deserve it.
did y'all see Meekins on Twitter was crying because Forza Horizon 4 didn't get Game of the Year consideration? Like he was like real mad, B.
Were you crying?
Where? I don't remember this.
You did, no, you did, bro. And you said it in Bang Bang too.
Oh, I did. Oh, yeah, that's right. I was so disappointed in that game I didn't even buy, man. That's crazy.
Can I get y'all's opinions on? I'll give you the names, but the best ongoing category game. I'm kind of like mad salty about this.
It has to be Overwatch,
Destiny
right?
2. Listen, Destiny 2, Fortnite, No Man's Sky, Overwatch, and Rainbow Six. I think Overwatch is going to win it for the third year in a row.
They will.
That's what Overwatch does.
Rainbow Six has been putting some multiplayer on his back though.
Rainbow Six had a nice comeback. I remember it had at one point it had died, and then
Yep.
Yeah, Ubisoft lifted that back up, but we know Overwatch is gonna win it. Like, come on, guys.
Yeah.
But
I was so mad last year.
Right?
Yeah. So that's why I'm like, I don't know.
Hold on. Fortnite, Rainbow Six, and Overwatch. That's a fighting list.
You know, let's be honest. Fortnite's gonna win just because it's so stupid. Fucking.
I don't know.
need that game to die.
Stupid popular. My bad.
Last year, Overwatch was against some stiff categories or stiff competition too, and they managed to win. And I did not think they were gonna win.
Who put No Man's Sky on this list though?
Hey,
that next update that brought back a lot of people, man. That really did.
In comparison to the rest of these titles,
yeah.
I mean,
Destiny 2 is not going to win because I know, like, there's Destiny 2.
Like, I like Destiny, but come on, that game is kind of trash.
I can see Overwatch or Fortnite taking it. I see Fortnite taking it, but Overwatch should come up and steal it again.
Yeah.
So let me ask.
I think Fortnite's gonna get it.
Let me ask the panel a question, plain and simple, and you got to tell me why. Did XO18 suck?
Oh yes, gosh.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes.
Why?
Was terrible. Do you want to do a short answer or you want to do a long answer? I'll let everyone else go first.
Okay. Well, for me, I'm gonna jump right off. For me, it was a bad event for a couple of reasons. One, I didn't like the fact that the crowd was queued when the chair went not the chair. It seemed disingenuous on what they're excited about. Number two, you missed the opportunity to at least tease what Ninja Theory is working on. At least a teaser trailer or something. You missed the opportunity. Number three, Ashen should have been announced at XO18. It makes no sense why the developer keeps talking about how the game is coming this year, and they didn't. That was a perfect opportunity because XO was nothing more than a big Game Pass infomercial. So why not talk about Ashen and drop Ashen? That makes no sense. Why release it next week? If it's ready now, release it or talk about it at XO. The only really bright spots is the Obsidian acquisition and XL acquisition, which is dope for people who are going to be stressing out and worrying. And XL's next game will be on PS4, not because they just can't get away from PS4. The fact that they have a contract. It was a Kickstarter game. It has to release on PS4 because they said it would. The game after that will be an Xbox exclusive. Obsidian next game will likely be on PS4 because it was already in production and people have to fulfill their contracts. So those were the two good things about it. The third one was Crackdown. I thoroughly enjoyed the Crackdown gameplay because it looked like an upgrade. It looked like the time they took to put into the game looked great. The multiplayer, we got to see the multiplayer, the 100% destruction environment. That's dope. Like my man Chief said, they should have showed Battletoads. Didn't show Battletoads. Missed opportunity. The entire show was about Game Pass. They kept showing that stupid 2K Playgrounds commercial over and over and over again. It just wasn't what it should have been. It was a missed opportunity.
I think we can all agree that there's something going on with developers or studios presentation shows in the last since E3. Whoever has been having shows, even in E3, things have just been not right. Like this XO I tuned into a bit of it and then I'm just like, really? I was expecting more and then I just tuned right out. Crackdown was great. It looked real good. But
she said, was it still cell shaded? Yes. It's still cell shaded. It just looks a lot more detailed. Like it's a lot prettier.
So let me just okay. So no one's gonna deny that this show was not hyped up like a lot. Like it was like literally they hyped it up like it was another E3. I don't care what anybody says. It was all over the place. This whole XO event. The last XO events they had announcements like Halo 2, Fable, and Mass Effect. That's just a comparison of this show versus those shows.
It was trash.
So at those other events they showed off those type of events, and we got Crackdown, like older updates for games, and
a lot of Game Pass.
Okay, so the best announcement out of that entire thing was one that we all pretty much knew about, and that was Obsidian.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even gonna give this whole fake hype about I knew it in what is it, the Exile or whatever show,
and
whatever
Exile.
it is. Yeah. I'm not gonna pretend like I'm excited for that because I've never played Wasteland. It kind of reminds me of like the older Fallout games, but I heard it's like really shit. So I don't know. I'm not even gonna pretend like I'm excited for it because, I've never played a Wasteland game.
Oh, you know what? One thing we did miss, that I missed. I don't know if it's excited for you, Mika excited for that, but that Final Fantasy update for Xbox was pretty dope.
Yeah,
I got something to say about that one.
But my bad, Mika.
No. That was it. I thought, and like I said, in comparison to, the amount of hype that they had for it, and then, your last show had games like Halo 2, Mass Effect, and like Fable. I mean, you could have honestly, you could have like even teased, like, okay, along with some of these studios, here's some of the stuff they're working on, and then like just some little hint, like a picture or concept art or something, just get people talking about these studios. I mean, yeah, it's good you're picking up studios, but I mean, you're also, we all know those games are probably coming next gen, like, so. I don't know. My biggest announcement was, like, their biggest announcement for me was Obsidian, but we all knew about Obsidian already.
Hey, Demi, speaking of the Final Fantasy, did you see that Final Fantasy thread on Twitter?
No.
Like, them boys is hot, boy. They all hot. They're like, wow, we ain't got the remaster on PS4. They heated. They coming that square, bro.
Boy. You got to show me that because I ain't seen that.
They heated. But I would tell you, like the screenshots I seen, because I'm downloading 13.2 now. I need to go pick up Lightning Returns. I got 13 already physically. I never got to play 13.2 or Lightning Returns because the next gen had started and I was already done with it. But the screenshots I seen, bro, they did a hell of a job right now. From my hearing, Microsoft did it. Like Square just gave Microsoft access to do it to enhance it. Like Square to do those enhancements, Microsoft did, and that's with the power of the console and little tweaks here and there. It looks good, bro.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna end up re-downloading it. But if we're gonna talk about the show, and let's talk about it, it did feel like one big Game Pass infomercial.
There you go.
Yep.
It felt like they were trying to sell me Game Pass.
Yeah, I don't want to cut you off, Demi, but the thing that made it so painful is it's like the games they're announcing for like these indie games that like we never heard of. There was no like preview of these indie games, and the fans are just going nuts
because that's that cue card, bro. They had a cue card, bro. Like I hate to say it.
People are saying I don't see where they're like motion. You can.
No, I didn't see nobody, but you could just tell by looking at them when they cheered and they abruptly stopped. You could tell they was cued to stop and cued to start.
The Sea of Thieves chant gave it away for me.
Yeah, and then the countdown for the 16 games hitting Game Pass. Some of them were excellent titles, and then like the list just got like terrible. Like the last three. Like, why are you hyping up Agents of Mayhem? That's like the Saints Row version of Crackdown.
That's
why?
Still broken.
Yeah. Then they have Jump Force. I'm excited for Jump Force. I'm like, all right, this game will be fire. I can't wait to see the gameplay. They show us like Goku and Vegeta going blue and Frieza going golden. No new character announcement. Nothing that was even of like utmost importance to show off. The crowd chants was like overhyped, especially for the Square Enix part, because bro, they showed off puzzles for Kingdom Hearts 3 in the 100 Acre Woods, and the crowd was going nuts. And I'm just like, what? The guy at Square Enix was talking, and they didn't understand him. They're just hype, and it just seems so stupid.
Yeah, he did a lot of talking, man.
Yeah.
A lot of talking.
And then here's my gripe: we got the Final Fantasies. I'm excited, cool, because I ain't played 13 at all, and I'm picking up 10 and 10-2 again, but no Kingdom Hearts,
which makes no damn sense.
No Kingdom Hearts. At all.
Yeah, they spent all this time talking about Kingdom Hearts, and do they realize that? Like, I mean, I tried the whole Kingdom Hearts thing. I can't get into it, but I know that everyone keeps telling me like the story is like crucial.
Yes.
Like, yeah,
the story is crucial.
So they're going into 3 with no prior knowledge unless they had a PlayStation before.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Unless they actually say something to.
You should have been like, announce like a bundle or something, man. Like, that's really.
That's really a slap in the face. And then let's talk about the cringe moment here. Let's talk about the true cringe moment here. I don't care what anybody says. The Black Friday deal thing that they had with Major Nelson, bro.
Larry got to sit the F down, B.
What was that? What was that, bro?
I missed that part. I turned it off. What?
You gotta watch it. YouTube. Larry Heard Black Friday deals, bro. It's cringy as all get out, bro.
Bad,
it's bad.
Bro. So bad, bro. And I admire the fact that they bought 2 new studios. We knew Obsidian was coming. In Exile was probably a surprise, but not too many people are like fond of In Exile or know about them.
Or know who they are, yeah.
Yeah. So the benefit thing to do here, why don't you put Wasteland for free for people?
True.
Yeah, that's true.
Get people.
Yep.
To get people enticed and like, oh, this is what they made? Okay, cool. Can't wait to see their next project. And then like they spend so much time on like minuscule updates for games that just really didn't like need a full-on fledged sit down talk about moment.
They did announce mouse and keyboard. That's cool for those who like mouse and keyboard, I guess.
Oh, and the Devil May Cry 5 dev diary. We didn't need that.
Nope.
I want to see like Devil May Cry 5 gameplay more. Like why would y'all have like this? That could have been just on the Xbox main channel. But what do I know, man?
What could have saved the show if they would have showed Battletoads? If they would have at least gave I don't care if it said Hellblade the prequel and that was it. They would have gave me something. I would have took a teaser from Ninja Theory.
Had something, bro.
Because Ninja Theory confirmed they're working on 2 projects right now. Something, right? Anything.
Something.
And if you would have said Ashen, if that last game would have been Ashen, released on Xbox Game Pass today, that would have helped the show a lot.
And then they could have had like a Crackdown demo or something to like stir people up with hype. Like, it's so many details and segments of that show that could have just been in a tweet and just moved ahead. And they just decided, oh hey, we're gonna work with this. We're gonna waste time announcing this. And like, I don't know, man, they just be doing these cringe-worthy acting moments that just why?
I like Larry Heard. I've been rocking Larry Heard for a long time. I've been saying this for the past 2 years. It's time to get somebody else to do what he does. If I need to be a female at that.
Yeah, I like Major Nelson when he's doing Major Nelson stuff, not cringe.
You know who's somebody who did what he does but better? Y'all remember Kevin Butler from the PlayStation dude? Like he made it like funny, like you know what I'm saying? Like he was never but he did the commercials. I don't know if he was ever on stage, but he did the commercials. He was good at it though.
Yeah, and
they're trying to sell us Wacky Larry, and it's just not working, bro. Like they need to stop that.
Doesn't have the.
It's embarrassing.
He has like that like cringy dad that looks like like an embarrassing dad look to him.
It's not even like funny dad jokes.
It's the uncle getting invited to the birthday party but showed up anyway. I'm like, god damn. Who told him the party was today? Like, for real.
It's like, so bad, bro.
Like he just pops up. It's like, hey, everybody's.
And he got these little whack master tricks, and he got a clown nose on,
and one more thing, man. If you're gonna be in a crowd of people, don't have them screaming louder than your actual crowd, like your actual hosts, you know, because the crowd of people screaming louder than the host, and we could barely hear what they were saying. Like how it allowed, like the crowd was louder than the field, and that one chick when they was talking about whatever. That's how important it was. When they was talking about something.
I thought XO would be that break between, E3, but it's sad to say this, but hashtag, well, I guess we're waiting until E3 because Microsoft just refuses to give us anything.
Do you know who else is waiting until E3 though? Sony. I ain't gonna say it, but
man, some people say PSX 2018 was better than XO18, and there was no PSX 18. Like I said, those are a few good things. Like literally, like 4 good things that came out of it. It was just a big missed opportunity. But we know for a fact, Game Pass is the future of Microsoft. It's the future Xbox.
I feel like they should have did something to get people hyped up about these studios too.
Yeah, true, 100%. Man, everybody else so quiet. We're at the end of the show. Hugger, Dallas, any closing thoughts about XO18?
I mean,
you know my thoughts.
yeah. I mean, it made Blizzard's y'all ain't got phones look good.
I mean,
oh my goodness.
I mean, I
told
already
you.
know somebody to ask that though. Is this an April Fool's joke?
I'm pretty much giving up for this generation. We'll see if I buy the next Xbox.
It really feels. It feels definitely like it is the end of the generation. Like they're trying, and it's just like, okay, what's next? And then that's gonna be so hyped, and then we're gonna kind of peter out again. And this is just like another signal that we need to move on.
Yeah, if this is the end of the generation and they are building up,
then the start of the next Xbox better come out with a banger. Halo Infinite, Gears 5, Playgrounds Project, Mystery. I mean, if they really are saying that they're done with this gen, the next gen, literally at the very beginning, you got to hit us with all of them joints. At the very beginning.
Yeah, don't sell me on Game Pass at the end of the generation.
God.
And Game Pass, I
it'll
like
be their
Game
next
Pass.
generation.
It saves me money. Yeah, it saves me a lot of money. But
Yeah. That shouldn't be your main focus of the show.
Yeah, get me pumped up. What are you doing with your studios?
You probably just spent $1.5 million telling me about Game Pass. Great, thanks.
Yeah, with that stupid NBA Playgrounds commercial in between.
Bro, that's pissing me off, but they play it like every 15 minutes.
God, how do you get Bandai Namco with Jump Force to just show off the 3 characters everybody knows about?
Because that's Bandai Namco.
And the thing is, I didn't even have expectations for that show, and I was disappointed. So, like, I kept low expectations.
Here's the thing, like Microsoft, I realized that the real gaming community, like these fanboys saying dumb stuff and making cancer, Twitter handles, but the real gaming community is truly rooting for Microsoft. But
because we invested in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we were buying these Xboxes and stuff like that. Like. I mean, that's why I always say this. You can't talk. You gotta be careful, like who you talk to as far as gaming topics go. Because like you'll get all these opinions, like, oh, I really don't like that game, but I don't even own an Xbox. Like,
yeah,
what?
I see that a lot. Dudes be fraud. Oh, that game trash. Did you play it? Oh, I don't have no Xbox. Why would I buy an Xbox? How you know the game trash then? Because another man told me. Shut up.
Right, like we're in the trenches buying these like consoles and stuff. Like we're going through this. Like we're going through these droughts. So we're speaking on them,
Oh, I ain't gonna do no droughts. I can't speak with nobody else.
An Xbox.
It's like going to expecting a frat party and showing up and it's a chess tournament. It's just like, come on, guys.
I will say before we wrap up, if you guys are watching this on the new TiC Network channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We are starting from ground zero and building back up. If you're watching this on my channel, please hit that like button and subscribe as well. We do have a new Double XP show that will be starting very soon. I think you guys will enjoy. And Demi, the head of Side Quest, we should be getting with the team here fairly soon. We should be getting another Side Quest going for you guys. Games coming out, you guys be looking out for coming out this week. About to drop is Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. I'm actually looking forward to this. Nostalgia has bitten me, so I'm looking forward to that. And
I got Pikachu pre-ordered.
Let's go. Let's get it. Let's get these outros going. Let's start with my man Dallas.
Man, I am ready. Don't talk to me when Pokemon come out. because I'm probably gonna be doing exactly what you need to be doing. If I'm not doing that, then don't talk to me when Red Dead Online comes out, because I'm popping at you
Facts.
wannabe O'Driscoll boys.
I'm shooting everybody horse.
Man, and if you're not down with that, I got 2 words for you.
Oh yeah, that's where we going. We're going with the DX outro.
Man.
My man Halo to the King. Peace out, Chief. Halo to the King.
Oh no, Spartan Lock must have got to him.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we go. We hear you now.
Oh, okay. That was weird. Yeah. Appreciate y'all coming out to join us. Had a good time with you guys.
Half man, half God.
What's going on, everybody? Thank y'all for coming out. Games that you should be buying this week. Bit Trip Runner 3 has dropped, so I need everybody to go get that right now. 50% off on PlayStation and Xbox, and make your way and go get that, man. Probably one of the best rhythm-based games to come out this generation, man. So don't sleep on that. And shout out to Tomb Raider, $30. And come by the YouTube channel. We'll be doing more side quests. I should have a Mog and Friends episode going on actually right now as we speak. So check that on out.
And the beautiful Floor Hugger.
Oh, now you're just gonna inflate my ego, baby. Glad to have y'all here. Great show. Make sure you go to the new channel. Make sure you come to the site. You know, Demi's writing a lot. I'm writing. Fame is being fame, you know. With his old man slippers.
Gliding by, baby.
And stay tuned for the new show. We're excited. We got some big ideas coming up for y'all. And see you guys next time.
Thank you guys for rocking with us once again. And I apologize. I should have all the kinks worked out. We should be live on multiple platforms next show. I'm actually going to work on that after the show. Congratulations. Again, you guys are leveled up to 65. This was a Double XP podcast. Get all your gaming news from TiC Network.com. Like, share, subscribe, and let your voice be heard. And we out.